In a medical emergency, every second counts. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7, staffed with highly trained professionals ready to provide life-saving care when you need it most. Don't wait. When minutes matter, trust Artesia General Hospital. Quality emergency care close to home. Learn more at artesiageneral.com.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade.
Good afternoon and welcome here to Goddard Rocket Baseball on KSVPTV.com as the Goddard Rockets are the home team here in the third place game taking on the La Cueva Bears. And the way they got here this weekend at the Sal Puentes Rio Rancho Baseball Tournament, Goddard defeating in Game 3 on Thursday the Rio Rancho Rams, the home team, to move on, and then yesterday fell to Carlsbad in Game 7. So that put them in the third place game against the La Cueva Bears. La Cueva defeated Academy in Game 1 on Thursday, and then defeated Cleveland yesterday. Fell to Cleveland, yesterday to get here to this third place game against the Goddard Rockets. Cleveland and Carlsbad will be playing in the championship game after this ball game. On the other side of the bracket, the Bulldogs fell to Cleveland on Thursday and then defeated Academy to get into the consolation bracket championship game and fell in the bottom of the seventh on a walk-off single 4-3 to the Rio Rancho Rams, who after falling to Goddard on Thursday defeated St. Pius yesterday and then today got the consolation championship game against the Artesia Bulldogs 4-3 in 7 full. And that's how they got here. Starting for the Goddard Rockets out in left field, number 12, Nathan Herrera. Center fielder is Porter Wakefield, number 6. And the right fielder, Marcos Rodriguez, number 11. Aiden Luck, number 10 at third. Errol Aguilar, number 2 at short. Brady Dewar, number 8 at second. And Donovan Davis, number 16, over at first base. Number 14, Jaden Fuentes is catching the starting pitcher, number 7, Cameron Brown. And we're ready to go as the first batter is Braden Likar. He's going to bunt it down the third base side. Coming up hard is Luck. His throw not in time. An infield single for the leadoff batter, Braden Likar. So the bunt single. Luck made a good effort at it, but a little late. So that'll bring Lucas Baca to the plate, number 14 for the Bears. He is their catcher. Likar, the center fielder and leadoff man, is now down at first base after that bunt single. Gets out there about 12 feet with his front foot, and then turn and spin, overthrow. Oh, and he almost got him. Got him leaning. Good tag over there by Davis, but just back in by a hand safely. So Brown looking into his catcher, Fuentes, in a stretch. He'll come set. Takes a peek. Now to the plate. Runner is off and running. It's a hit and run. It's a bounder toward the shortstop. His only play is at first, and he gets him over there. Good stretch by Davis as he kind of pulled him out towards right field, but he kept his foot on the bag. So he is out at first base. 6-3 the put out. Runner does move over. So runner in scoring position now for the Bears. And this wind, it wasn't blowing real hard. Now it just picked up, gusting right in from right field, straight in. Sun shining. The umps were talking about something, I'm not sure what, but they've decided to break up their meeting, and umpire goes back out into the field, and the umpire behind the plate says play ball. Left-hander Damon Saavedra, number 17. He's the left fielder for the Bears. He steps in. First pitch, swinging a foul ball to the left side. Hits the net over by the third base dugout. Coach will go out and get that. The 0-1 the count. That was only the third pitch as the first batter got on with a bunt. Second batter swung at the first pitch and bounded at the shortstop on a hit and run. And then that was a ball just now on the fourth pitch of the ball game. Broke down and in for the pitcher, Brown. Pop fly gets up and out of play for a foul ball. Strike 2 for Brown. So the lefty Saavedra back in there with a 1-2 count, 1 out. Runner down at second base is Liker. To the plate, a little bit high. Ball 2. 2-2 now the count. On deck for the Bears is the right fielder Everett Burdette, and the third baseman Drew Watkins is in the hole. 1 out here. Top of the first. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul down the left field side, now to play. On a good pitch there from Cameron Brown, the righty for the Rockets. Third place game here. Goddard come out and took care of business against the host Rio Rancho Rams on game 1. Talked about it earlier, but if you're just now joining us, here's the pitch. Down and in, gets away from the catcher. Kind of a tough play there, wild pitch. And so the runner will move over, and that'll bring up a full count as Liker goes to third on the wild pitch. Pitcher again comes set to the plate on the payoff pitch, down and in, and that's ball 4. So runners on the corners now for the La Cueva Bears with 1 out. And to the plate comes Everett Burdette. He is the right fielder batting in the cleanup spot. All right, so he'll step in to face Brown for the first time. Will Burdette. On deck is Watkins. That's Drew Watkins, and in the hole, Reed Jacobson for the Bears. Fuentes sets up right in the middle. Here's the pitch. Good breaking ball. Did not catch the corner. I thought it might, but ball 1 called. So 1-0 the count to Burdette. As he steps back in, throw to first, not in time. Saavedra dives back in safely over there. So a leadoff bunt, and then a infield bouncer that moved the runner over to second. Then he got to third on a passed ball. Then the walk to Saavedra. So that's where we're at. That's a strike. Good pitch on the outside edge for Brown. Fastball called, strike 1. 1-1 now the count with 1 out. Saavedra over at first gets his lead. Gets out there, his foot out about 12 feet. His front foot. Peek over, second peek, now to the plate. Curveball missed down and away, so 2-1 now the count. Brown comes set. He'll peek over to first. Runner's off and running. Ball is right in front of him, but couldn't find it on the curveball that dove into the turf for ball 3. And moving over was Saavedra to second base. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Bears. Liker down at third and Saavedra at second. And at the plate with a 3-1 count, Everett Burdette, as Cameron Brown's going to bear down here and try to keep these runners where they're at. Here's the pitch. Called, strike 2. Good fastball. Paints the outside corner. Runner thought it was a ball. He started to go to first, but he comes back. So a full count now to Burdette with 1 out. And the pitch. Swung on. That's a seeing eye single. 1 run will score, and they're going to hold up the runner at third, and then moving over on the throw. Good heads-up base running there. As they didn't cut it off. They came home with it, and it bounced to the catcher. And Burdette goes to second base. So the seeing eye single in the 6 hole brings in the first run of the ball game. And moving to second on the throw was Burdette. So back to where we were at. 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. And Brown facing the lefty, Drew Watkins, or bats left-handed anyway. Here's the pitch, down and in. It gets away, wild pitch. And 1 run will score. Second one will round third, but hold up there. So ball 1 to Watkins, but coming in home on the wild pitch. And moving over to third on the same pitch Hey, young man, can you move somewhere? Thank you. All right, so it's 1-0 to the batter, Watkins, runner at third base, and the score now 2-0 Bears. Here's the pitch, down and in again, but this time he was able to point that was up. He caught it, he backhanded it for 2-0. The count. Runner at third is Burdette. And the Bears have opened up here with 2 runs. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Down and in again for ball 3. So all 3 pitches. First one was down really in and was a wild pitch. Moved the runners up and a run scored. And then 2 more down and in. Backstabbed by Fuentes. 3-0 the count and the pitch. Called strike 1. He kind of ran a fastball away from the lefty. Caught the outside corner. So 3-1 now the count with 1 out. Infield is playing back. They're not playing up to cut the run off. Here's the pitch. Down and in. He got him to chase it. Fouled it backwards. Strike 2. Curveball broke down and toward the inside, toward his back foot, and he got a piece of it. Full count. High and away. Ball 4. We'll put runners on the corners for the Bears with 1 out. And Reed Jacobson, also batting from the left side, will step up. The catcher, Fuentes, steps out and tells his infield, gives him some signs on what he's planning on doing. And now time taken. So a Goddard coach is going to come out and visit with his infield and his pitcher. Well, it's been a good weekend of baseball up here in Rio Rancho. Joby Hodling here on the call with you on Goddard Rocket Baseball on KSVPTV.com, the Goddard Rocket channel. Goddard had a good victory over Rio Rancho on Thursday in their opening game, and then fell yesterday to I'm pulling it back up. I've already forgotten. To Carlsbad, yeah. So they're here in the third place game. Pretty cool up here in Rio Rancho here at 1 o'clock. Not fully cloud covered, but pretty cloudy. My handy dandy thing says I got a wind. Hey, can you move over, please? Thank you. Thank you. Here's the pitch. The runner's off and running. It's inside. Ball 1 to Jacobson. So Watkins steals second base. And the throw was down and in, so he didn't really have a chance to throw it down. So that puts runners at second and third with 1 out. Here's the wind in the pitch. That's a swing and a pop fly, shallow left field. The left fielder will come in and make the play. The runner will tag. It was deep enough. The throw in is not in time. And moving over from second to third on the throw was Watkins. So a sacrifice fly ball.
Now batting, number 7, Dylan.
Gets another runner in. Out to left field. And the left fielder throws it in, but moving over to third base on the throw was the runner at second. All right, so at the plate now is Blomker. He swings and misses on strike 1. Second pitch, swing and a pop fly over to the right side. First baseman's running in hard, and he will not be able to get it as it falls just against the net for strike 2. So 0-2 the count now to Blomker. on a pair of foul balls. Dylan Blomker, he is the first baseman for the La Cueva Bears. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, got him with a good fastball on the outside edge. So strikeout swinging ends the inning, but some damage done on 2 hits. There were 3 runs scored, no Goddard errors, and 1 runner left on base as we head into the bottom of the second inning with Porter Wakefield, Brady Dewar, and Jaden Herrera coming to the plate for the Rockets. We'll be back. 1 minute.
Our truck or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
When managing a chronic illness, access to the right treatments makes all the difference. Artesia General Hospital's Infusion Center provides IV therapy and biologic treatments, so you don't have to travel far for care. Expert infusion therapy right here in Artesia. Call 575-736-8256 today to learn more. When managing a chronic illness, access to the right treatments makes all the difference. When managing a chronic illness,
maybe your AC unit needs a little tender, loving care. If you don't know where to turn, then you don't know Jack. In fact, they're downright.
The bottom of the first inning, Goddard coming to the plate with Porter Wakefield leading things off. The center fielder, Brady Dewar, on deck, the second baseman, and the DH, Jaden Herrera, batting third. For the Cleveland defense, Damon Saavedra out in left, Braden Liker in center, and Everett Burdett in right. Drew Watkins at third, Brady McConkey at short, with Reed Jacobson at second, and Dylan Blomker down at first base. Lucas Baca, the catcher, and Luke Feist, the pitcher. Here's the first pitch to Wakefield. Outside, ball 1. As number 18, Feist, gets ready to go for pitch number 2. And the pitch caught the outside corner, called strike 1. Good fastball. Wakefield batting from the right side, steps back in. And the pitch. High, ball 2. So 2-1 now to Porter. I was going to tell you about the weather. Kind of chilly here. A little bit of a breeze. It was blowing real hard for a minute. Just come back down just to a breeze. There's a chopper to the left side. Third baseman's going to have to hurry to get him. And he does. Good play by Drew Watkins at third base. Great hustle by Porter, but couldn't beat it out on just a chopper on the third base side. Third baseman come up, fielded it, and threw it across. 5-3 the put out. And that'll bring number 8, Brady Dewar, to the plate. He is the second baseman for the Rockets. He steps in on the right side. Here's the pitch. Strike 1 call, fastball on the outside edge. By the way, the Goddard Rockets wearing their navy blue jerseys with white numbers and letters, white pants with a stripe down the sides. There's a pop fly backwards for foul ball. Strike 2 on Dewar. La Cueva wearing the baby blue jerseys with the dark blue numbers and lettering, and the white pants with the dark stripe. So here's the pitch. Swing, and it's a chopper to the third baseman. He dives to the left. Hey, guys. You guys, no. Got it, going to have to move. Good play by the third baseman as he dives to his left, picks it up, and throws him out. And I didn't get to see it because there was a bunch of Cleveland guys in front of me, but he was called out. So a good play over there again by the third baseman as he had to dive to his left, come up, and threw it across 5-3. And then there's going to be a chopper foul side to the third baseman on the foul side of third base for strike 1 on Jaden Herrera. Herrera steps back in. Here's the wind and the pitch. Low and away. Ball 1, 1-1 now to Herrera. On deck is the pitcher, Cameron Brown, and in the hole, shortstop, Errol Aguilar. And the pitch. Pop fly back over us here in the, and you heard it hit the roof above us for strike two. So 1-2 now the count. It's funny, these teams come and say, but good pitch. He got him. Big cut on a curveball for Herrera, and he strikes out swinging. And so the Goddard Rockets in their half get 0 hits, no runs. There were no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll be back for the top of the second with Travis, McConkey, and the top of the order, Liker, in 1 minute.
Maybe your AC unit needs a little tender loving care. If you don't know where to turn, then you don't know Jack. In fact, they're downright funky. Let the boys at Fergie's Plumbing and Heating get your AC unit ice cold, just like some of my lady friends. Don't let any fool make you lose your cool. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating. If you don't know Fergie, then you don't know Jack. 622-2660. Fergalicious.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
All right. We're back here going into the top of the second inning. The La Cueva Bears and the Goddard Rockets here in the third place game of the South Puentes Rio Rancho baseball tournament. And coming to the plate for the Bears, number 13, Jack Travis. He's DHing and batting in the 8 hole. As Cameron Brown from the windup. Here's the pitch. Curveball called. Strike one. Nice pitch. On deck for the Bears, Brady McConkey, the shortstop, and then back to the top of the order, center fielder Braden Liker is in the hole. Here's the pitch from Brown, another curveball. He hit it a ton. If it stays fair, that might be a home run. And it's just foul. The home plate umpire says the third base coach doesn't like it. I got out of the park, but umpire says foul ball. The third base coach, who is the head coach for the Bears, is going to call time and come in and talk about it, but he's not going to change it. He's walking all the way down the line with some authority. Home plate umpire is going to go talk to him. They both look down the line. He's arguing to no avail. Is the Bears third base coach, who's the head coach. So a long foul ball, strike 2. That wind is kind of blowing across from right field to left field. Not very hard. But, man, he hit that a ton. The number 9 hitter in the line, 8 hitter in the lineup, the DH. And the pitch is high. Ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swung on, fouled back off to the right side and out of play, back behind me. So the count remains 1-2 with nobody out. Herrera, Wakefield, and Rodriguez left to right for the defense for the Rockets. And I'll give you the infield after this pitch. A long look in. Now he goes to the windup. Swung on, fouled into the pole right in front of me, or to the right of me. So the count remains 1-2. Infielders, Luck, Aguilar, Dewar, and Davis, third to first, with Fuentes catching Brown. And the wind in the pitch, outside and low, ball 2. 2-2 now, the count to Travis. That would be Jack Travis from La Cueva. Brown still looking into his catcher, Fuentes. Now he goes to work. Here's the wind in, the 2-2 called. Oh, just missed. Thought he was going to ring him up. Looked like it was at the knees. Must have been a little lower than that. So full count now for Jack Travis as he steps back in. Here's the wind in the pitch from Brown. That's a ground ball to the shortstop. Aguilar. Oh, and he boots it. He come charging in. He let it roll up his glove, and so E6 puts a runner down in at first base.
Batting, Brady McConkey.
And that'll bring Brady McConkey to the plate, the shortstop, number 5 on his baby blue jersey. Goddard and La Cueva, the same colors, so confused me when I first saw him coming in this morning. He's going to square the bunt, pulls it back, and a pitch that was down the middle, I guess, was a little too high. Ball 1. So 1-0 the count to McConkey. So he's looking a long time down to his third base coach, getting some signals in. Travis, not with a real big lead down there at first. Now he's starting to step out a little. Brown takes a peek to the plate, called strike 1 on a good fastball. Just pasted it down the middle. So 1-1 the count. Nobody out. As Brown in the stretch, he'll come set. He's going to throw over to first. Not in time. A little quick turn and throw. Everybody resets. Brown back in the stretch. He'll come set. Peek over his shoulder. Peek again. Now he's going to square the bunt. The bunt's right back to Brown. He's just going to turn and go to first. So the sacrifice bunt moves the runner over. 1-3 the put out. And that'll bring us to the top of the Bear order. Number 9, center fielder Braden Liker coming to the plate. He reached on a bunt down the third base side. Leadoff bunt. Infield single. As he steps in, he's 1 for 1. He'll look at a great curveball. Caught the outside corner. Strike 1 called. Brown set. In the stretch, taking a look into Fuentes. Now he'll come set. Long look back at second. Second look back. Now to the plate. Curveball again. And, just missed. A little bit high. 1-1 the count. Got to be where it was at, a little high. Very similar to the first pitch, but I guess too much up. 1-1. Swing and a miss on a good fastball. Up in the zone, he swung through it. So the count runs to 1-2 with 1 out. The Bears leading 3-0 after getting 3 in the top of the first. We're here in the top of the second. Third place game. The pitch, swing and a miss. Good fastball again. Foul tipped it into the glove. And that is out. Number 2. That'll bring the catcher, number 14, Lucas Baca, to the plate. He grounded out to Aguilar his first time through. The shortstop for the Rockets. Brown, long look at second. And to the plate. Swing. It's a hard chopper to the third baseman. He picks it up on the first bounce. That is Luck over there. He throws it across, and that is out number 3, 5-3 on the ground out. Gets the Goddard Rockets out of the inning. So Luck fires it across, and the La Cueva Bears will come out on defense. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. As we head into the bottom of the second, 3-0 Cleveland. We'll be back 1 minute.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
All right, we're back here on KSVPTV.com. Joby Hodling with you on Goddard Rocket Baseball. The Rockets playing in the third place game right now, down 3-0 as we head into the bottom of the second inning. Goddard coming to the plate with their pitcher and the cleanup batter, number 7, Cameron Brown. On deck, Errol Aguilar, the shortstop, and in the hole, Jaden Fuentes, the catcher. The pitcher Feist with the wind up and fastball outside for ball 1. Saavedra, Leiker, and Burdette left to right. I'll give you the infield and everybody else after this pitch. Again, missing down and away, ball 2. Watkins, McConkey, Jacobson, and Blomker, third to first, with Baca catching Feist, the pitcher for the Bears. All right, so 2-0 count. Brown back in, ready to go, and there's going to be 3-0. Missed away again. He's trying to get that outside pitch called, and if you watch or if you listen to the Artesia game, it was a different umpire, of course, but he was calling that ball a strike, and it's a ball. And that one isn't, though. That hit the outside corner, strike 1, so 3-1. So in that game, the strike zone on the outside to a right-handed batter was about 2.5 baseballs. It could be that far out. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. McConkey will field it on the third hop, fired over to first base. Good pickup over there by Blomker. 6-3 the putout, and that's out number 1. Kind of short hop to throw over there did McConkey, but like I said, a good pickup by Blomker. So that'll bring number 2 for the Goddard Rockets, Errol Aguilar. I've been saying Errol. Here's the pitch from Feist, right down the middle, right up the middle. Returned it, and that's a 1-out single for Aguilar. And the pitch was down the middle. He hit it right back through the pipe, up the middle, and the pitcher wasn't able to try to get a play on it. Went right by him on his right side. And that'll bring number 14, Jaden Fuentes, to the plate. He's catching for the Rockets here in this ball game. First time to face Feist. The lead over there, not a huge lead. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's a line drive out to right field. The right fielder playing it about right. He's going to actually have a play to first, but it's not in time as Aguilar got back. But a line drive out there on a right fielder that was playing kind of shallow because of this wind blowing in from right field.
Donovan Davis.
So that is out number 2 for the Rockets as Donovan Davis will step into bat from the right side, the first baseman, wears number 16 on his Navy jersey. Feist looks over his shoulder, and then the curveball. I don't know how it didn't hit him. He backed out of there, but it looked like it got him on the shoulder, but it did not. So ball 1 on the inside curve that didn't break much. Davis steps back in. Feist looks to first twice, then he's going to throw it in on his hands. He fouls it back. Got a piece of it. Foul ball strike, and that's strike 1. 1-1 now the count. All right, Feist comes set. Looks over at first on his peak. Now the play to the plate, and he got him. Big cut, and it come up empty, and that is strike. Oh, I thought that was strike 3. It was strike 2. Sorry. 1-2 now the count to Davis as Donovan will step back in. Took a big cut at that one and come up empty. He chokes up a little bit, does Davis. He's came to the plate that way. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. And he got him swinging and striking out. And so that will end the threat as Goddard does get a base hit, but leaves him on base. No errors and no runs scored. As we head into the top of the third inning, it remains 3-0 for the La Cueva Bears. We'll be back.
viernes 25 de abril. Carta del Center de Roswell, Nuevo México. Trae para ti la agrupación más solicitada por la raza. Secreto. Grupo Secreto.
Este amor secreto que quema fuego lento. Solo quiero que muevas la cintura. Solo quiero que muevas la cara.
Con ellos, el origen norteño. El origen norteño.
Sinceramente yo te juro que te amo. Cierro los ojos solamente.
Los consentidos del norte de Ciudad Juárez. Los consentidos del norte.
Un saludazo para toda la gente de Chihuahua.
La cita es el viernes 25 de abril. Preventa especial limitada, solo $40. Puertas abren desde las 8 de la noche. Compra tus boletos de preventa en Encanto del Center, el Churro Bar, Tacos Pita y en Artesia, Paletería Brenducci. Evento para todas las edades.
All right, we're in the middle between the second and the third innings here at the ballpark in Rio Rancho as the Goddard Rockets and the La Cueva Bears battling it out here for third place in the South Puentes tournament. Throw down, and the Rockets will run it around the horn.
Now to bat.
It'll bring to the plate number 17, Damon Saavedra. He is 0 for 0. He walked his first time through. He bats in the cleanup spot for the Bears today. Bats from the left side. Face Brown for the second time. Cameron Long looking to Fuentes, his catcher. Now he'll go to work. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fastball outside, run away from the batter, and ball one. Another long look into Fuentes. The wind and the pitch. High, deep drive to left field, but looks like it's playable, and it is. Caught out there on the warning track by Herrera. Or out number one, so opposite field drive, but ends up in being a can of corn out. As Herrera took about 5 steps. He's playing deep because they have shown they can hit it out there, but he probably his front foot as he trotted back caught the warning track as he made the play. Had time to kind of get back there and camp out under it. Burdette steps in. He looks at a ball low. And no, he checked the swing, but they called down to the first base ump, and he said he did not check his swing, so strike one. 0-1 the count. Here's the wind in the pitch. A little bit high with the fastball. Ball one, 1-1. So the infielders, Aiden Luck at third, Errol Aguilar at short, Brady Dewar at second, and Donovan Davis over at first base with Jaden Fuentes catching Brown. Strike two on the outside corner. 1-2 now the count to Everett Burdette. Cleanup batter. He's 1 for 1. He's looking for another hit. Singled his first time through. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Fouls it back and out of play to the right side. So the count remains 1-2. On deck is the third baseman, Drew Watkins, and the second baseman, Reed Jacobson, is in the hole for the Bears. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip, or I thought it foul tipped in the glove. It didn't. Just a good pitch and strike three. Swinging. And that is out number 2 here in the top of the third inning, which will bring number 23, the third baseman, Drew Watkins, to the plate. He walked his first time through, so he's 0 for 0. Brown goes back to work, and the pitch. Nice pitch. Fastball on the inside part of the plate to the lefty. Called strike one. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball on the outside edge. Kind of tailing away from the batter. And he took a big cut at it, but come up empty. So 0-2 the count with 1 out. Cameron ready to go back to work here. Fuentes giving him a sign. The wind in the 0-2. Curveball. Pop fly out to right field. Will it fall fair? It will not. Donovan Davis gave chase over there down the line, but couldn't quite get there. So the foul ball strike keeps the count at 0-2. as Brown and Fuentes discuss something. So Watkins steps back in on the left side. Brown from the windup. 0-2 the count. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul ball down the left field line. It's a line drive out there. It goes outside of the fence in foul territory. So again, the count remains 0-2. He's seen 4 pitches. Strike, strike, foul, foul has been the case. Swinging strike, then a looking strike, and then a pair of foul balls. Brown back to work. Choke got down in on him. He fouled it off. He was able to fight it off for the 3rd foul ball in a row. So the count has been 0-2 and stays that way. Here's the 6th pitch of the at-bat and the pitch. Curveball that he got in on him again, but he fought it off, fouls it down the right side and out of play. Cameron has thrown 55 total pitches here through 2 1/3 innings. 36 for strikes and 19 for balls. Here's the 0-2. Fouled it off to the left side. So he's just changing where he's fouling it off is Watkins. He's fouled off 1, 2, 3, 4 straight. No, 5. Yeah, 5 straight after getting a swinging strike and a strike called. That one's down and in. He fights it. It's a slow roller, and it's going to be an infield. Well, second baseman came up, and it went off his glove on the slow chopper, but I don't think he would have had him. It'd have been a tough play, so I'm going to call it an infield single instead of an error on the second baseman. So coming to the plate, number 2, Reed Jacobson. He is 0 for 0, but has a RBI sacrifice fly. Spin and throw over, not in time, as Watkins dove back in, but he was in there easily. Brown comes set and to the plate. Swing, and a foul tipped it for strike 1. Blomker, the first baseman, is on deck, and Travis, the DH, is in the hole for La Cueva. Brown peeks over his shoulder after coming set and out of the plate. Runner's off and running. Throw down is not in time. Hard play there for Fuentes. It was down and in. He had to grab it, and he came up throwing behind the batter, who's batting in the left batter's box. So tough throw, but good jump for Watkins. So on the ball, he'll steal second base. 1-1 the count with 1 out. Runner in scoring position at second base. And the pitch. Curveball that didn't break quite enough. Tried to come in backdoor. And Fuentes had to kind of scoot to his left pretty quickly and field it off the bounce. So that's ball 2 to Jacobson. 2-1. Brown set and to the plate. Inside. Ball 3 on the inside fastball. Three and 1 is the count. 2 down here in the top of the 3rd. And the pitch. Ball 4. Too low on a fastball. So walking down or trotting down to first base is Jacobson. And that'll bring it to the plate. Number 10, Dylan Blomker. He struck out swinging his first time through against Brown and will step in with runners at first and second. Brown from the stretch to the set. He'll look back at second base and now to the plate. Swing and a hard ground ball fouled by about 10 feet down the left field side. And that's strike 1. Left fielder Herrera will go get it and throw it back in toward the dugout on the third base side as the ball was already given out to Brown by the home plate ump. Brown still waiting. Now he'll come set. Pretty big lead back at second for Watkins. Brown looked at him 3 times. There's the pitch, and they called it time. So home plate umpire gave Blomker a time right as he was coming to the plate, right before, I guess. So no pitch. 3-0, 0-1 the count at the plate. The pitch, curveball that missed just a little high. That broke from the middle end to the outside edge, but a little bit high, so called ball. 1-1 now the count. Next pitch, swung on. High fly ball, the right side, and it's going to get, it falls. The first baseman didn't realize, I think he thought it was getting out of play, but that wind is kind of blowing across. Held in play, he might have been able to get to that, but it just falls foul. So strike 2 on Blomker. Jack Travis, the DH, is on deck, and Brady McConkey, the shortstop, and the 9-hole batter is in the hole. As the Bears look to add some runs here, they lead 3-0. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. 2 down, though, and that pitch just, he called it. He called it. Took him a minute, but he rings him up. Strikeout looking on a good pitch. The fastball that caught the outside corner. So the Bears, they get 1 hit, but no runs. There were no errors and 2 runners left on base as we head in to the bottom of the 3rd, the home half, the Goddard half, see if they can get some runs back. Down 3-0. We'll be back.
Hi, my name's Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
Roofing, we put people first.
And it feels like about 40 to me. Of course, when you're just sitting in the shade, and there's not a lot of sun anyways, it's overcast. It's kind of a thin overcast, so there's a little bit of light coming through, but man, I'm chilly. That wind kind of blowing across from right to left here at Rio Rancho's Sal Puentes tournament. The Goddard Rockets down 3-0 to La Cueva right now. We're going into the bottom of the 3rd. Goddard, of course, the home team. I say of course because I said bottom of the 3rd, and they're batting. At the plate is number 11, Marcos Rodriguez. Aiden Luck on deck. Here's the first pitch from Feist. High, ball 1, missed up. So Aiden Luck on deck, and then back to the top of the order, Porter Wakefield in the hole for the Rockets. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be, I don't know, that one. Ball 2, and we'll take it but for Goddard. But, man, that looked like a fastball that was at the knees and on the outside corner. Here's the pitch, same exact pitch and the same exact result. Ball 3. Man, Cleveland coach sat down right in front of me where I can't see the plate. He's a row down, but here's the wind in the 3-0. Strike 1 called. Piped it down the middle, did Feist. Saavedra, Leiker, and Burdette left to right. Watkins, McConkey, Jacobson, and Blomker 3rd to 1st. Here's the 3-1. Called strike 2. So he pitched that pitch 2 times before, and they were called balls. So I don't blame Rodriguez for not swinging. But that time he called it a strike. So full count now to Marcos, the right fielder for the Rockets. He'll step back in. Feist was tying his shoe, but he's ready now. Here's the wind and the 3-2. Swung on, ground ball to the shortstop. He'll backhand it on the second hop. He's going to 2-hop it to the first baseman, but he goes 3 hops actually. But he's able to pull it out of the turf for out number 1 on the ground out. 6-3 if you're scoring at home. And that'll bring the number 9 hitter in the lineup for the Rockets. 3rd baseman, number 10, Aiden Luck. As I look around, I see ladies and men like bundled up, and then I see others with shorts and T-shirts. I don't know. First pitch, a little bit high, ball one. It's right down the middle, but a ball called. Feist back to work. Swung on, foul back and out of play on the right over to my right. So 1-1 now the count. Feist from the line to the plate, and that's called strike two. Caught the outside edge on the lower half of the strike zone. So 1-2 now the count to Luck. Top of the order, Porter Wakefield on deck and Brady Dewar in the hole for the Rockets. There's a pitch swung on, fouled off to the right side, now to play for a foul ball strike. That keeps the count at 1-2. Luck steps back in. Here's the wind in the pitch. Low and away. Ball two, 2-2. Now to Aiden. With one out here in the bottom of the third inning, Rockets trying to get some base runners, down 3-0. The pitch. Too low. Ball three. Full count. Good look there by Luck. I don't know if I could have laid off of that one with a 2-strike count, but he did, and it's ball three. So full count now. The pitch, and that's up high. Just out of the strike zone. So Luck earns a walk. He'll trot down to first base, and that's the number 9 hitter earning that walk with one out here in the bottom of the third. And now Coach Alvarado is going to come in and talk to the home plate umpire. He's got his lineup card out, but I don't know. Doesn't look like anything is changing anywhere. As at the plate is number 6, Porter Wakefield, who is the leadoff batter. And number 8, Brady Dewar, the second baseman, is over there in the on deck circle. So he is going to bring in a courtesy runner, or a pinch runner, I guess, for Luck. And that's going to be number 3 coming in to pinch run. And that is Peyton Pena. So he'll get a lead over at first base. Not a big lead, but about middle lead. And there's a good breaking ball. Wakefield turned his shoulder to it, and it fell in for a called strike one. Front door broke right over the inside of the plate. Pretty big lead over there now, and he dives back on the throw over. He'd got his right front foot out there at about 13 feet. But he's run back in there by Feist. A little bit of a break because the first base coach was tying his shoe for him. That's nice of him. Pena getting his tie shoot over there by first base coach. From the stretch, Feist took a long look. Now he comes set and peaks. Here's the pitch. Another breaking ball on the inside for a really nice front door curve. Strike 2. All right, Wakefield, who is 0 for 1, steps back in. He chokes up. Here's the pitch. Swing, a chopper foul down the left side. So the count remains 0-2. Everybody resets. Feist from the stretch, turns his body and looks over to first. Pena gets a lead. Here's a pitch, fouled it straight back at us here. But the netting caught it for me. Bounced it back into the field, of course. All right, so the count remains 0-2. Wakefield had 2 backdoor curves called strikes, and he's fouled off the next 2 pitches. Pena with a big lead. They're going to throw over. He's back safely. Wind kind of blowing in. It's not a big wind, but it's changed. It was kind of blowing across the field, now blowing in from right field. But not nearly as hard as it was earlier. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he hit him. That inside curveball didn't break that time. Hit him on the left shoulder. Well, on his back in the shoulder area as he turned. So hit by pitch puts Wakefield down at first and Pena at second, and we're going to have a coach come out of the dugout for the Storm with one out and the lead 3-0, but runners at first and second for the Rockets. Yawning today. I went to bed pretty early. I don't know, it's probably 10 o'clock when I fell asleep, somewhere in that range. I had a TV show on, but had the timer set. Kind of faded off into slumber around 10. And I didn't get up that early. Didn't get up till 6. So for me, that's a pretty long night's sleep because I'm a burn the candle both ends kind of a guy. Usually stay up too late and get up pretty early. But I'm yawning. Maybe that's why, because I got too much sleep. Who knows? All right, so they ended their visit as the umpire went out. Feist stays in. Everybody stays in the same places, playing with Dewar at the plate. He is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the shortstop. Actually, I think Watkins stepped in front of it and got him, the third baseman. His first time through, so he's 0 for 1. Pitcher Feist, a long look at second and out of the plate. They were off and running. Deep fly, well, not that deep as the wind knocked it down. Out into shaded to left field. The center fielder, Liker, comes on and makes the play on the pop fly. And everybody will hustle back to their respective bases at second and first, Pena and Wakefield. Wakefield with a huge lead, of course, not being held on. Pena with a pretty big lead out at second. 2 down now as Jaden Herrera steps in. He struck out swinging his first time through. Here's the pitch, curveball. Didn't quite get back in there. Tried to front door him, but it's called a ball. Ball 1, and it was a little up too. So 1-0 the count to Herrera, the DH. Brown, the pitcher on deck, and Aguilar, the catcher. I'm sorry, the shortstop, and a time taken at the plate by Herrera. I said the catcher. I don't know, because the catcher's behind him. I just glanced down at my lineup card. Got the wrong position. It's Aguilar, the shortstop, in the hole. So the tying run is at the plate. Rockets trying to have a good, big, massive 2-out rally here. And La Cueva Feist, he steps off the mound, steps off the rubber, so everybody will have to reset. Feist comes set and to the plate. Swing and a foul ball to the right side, out of play. Count goes to 1-1 on Herrera. Everybody back reset. Pretty good lead for Pena and Wakefield. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul ball right side. Chopped it into the plate, and then it goes over to the first base dugout side. And that's strike 2, 1-2 now to Jaden. Cameron Brown on deck and Errol Aguilar in the hole, as I said earlier, for the Rockets. Tying run at the plate. 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning. 3-0 La Cueva. Long look back at second, now to the plate. Swing and a miss. He got him on just a straight fastball. And that is strike number 3, swinging. So Goddard, they get no hits, no runs, no errors, and they leave 2 runners on the base path as we head into the the top of the 4th inning. 3-0 La Cueva. We'll be back.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's biggest selection of Kubota equipment and get 0% APR for 84 months and up to $2,500 off select Kubota tractors.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Did you know that God values relationships? At Faith Baptist Church, we exist to begin, build, and broaden a relationship with God and with others. We want a relationship with God through faith in His Son, Jesus Christ, as our Savior. And we also want a relationship with others in a healthy biblical community. Come join us as we strive together to go from where we are to where God wants us to be. 10:30 on Sunday mornings and 6:15 on Wednesday evenings.
holds up the go sign back in the studio. Tells me to start talking. Jeffrey Curtis producing the ball game today back in the KSVP corporate office, Pecos Valley Broadcasting Company, downtown Artesia. Goddard Rocket Baseball, KSVPTV.com. Joby Hodling here with you, and it's in the top of the fourth inning. La Cueva at the plate with Jack Travis. He reached on an error first time through. He's going to pop that one off to the right, and giving chase is the first baseman, Davis, but it gets out of play for foul ball, strike one. Travis hit a ground ball to Aguilar at short, but he kind of rolled up his glove. Ended up being an error on the infielder. 0-1 pitch coming from Brown. Here's the pitch, outside and down, ball one, 1-1 now. The count. Nathan Herrera out in left field, Porter Wakefield in center, and Marcos Rodriguez in right. Aiden Luck, Errol Aguilar, Brady Dewar, and Donovan Davis third to first. Good curveball, but it started out at his shoulder, but didn't break down enough. Called ball, so that's ball two. Those guys from third to first, and the catcher, Jaden Fuentes, Cameron Brown with the pitch. Swing and a miss on a good fastball up in the zone and got him to cut at it. Come up empty, did Travis. That runs the count to 2-2 with nobody out. The number 8 hitter steps back in. Here's the pitch from Cameron. It's a chopper up the middle. Gonna have to hurry, and that's going to be an infield. Well, man, as I looked, and it was a chopper, but Aguilar unable to control it. I looked at the runner, and I think he would have had him if he caught it cleanly. But it went off his glove, so E6 on the play. And Brady McConkey steps in. Throw over, not in time. Brown to Davis. McConkey, sacrifice bunt his first time through. He may try to do it again, move the run over in scoring position, throw over again, not in time. On deck is the top of the order, Braden Liker, the center fielder, and in the hole, catcher, Lucas Baca. As La Cueva looking to add some runs here, leading 3-0. He is going to square the bunt. He gets it down. Brown comes off the mound quickly. Oh, and he fires it over. It's a little high, but a good job over there by Davis. He jumped off the bag, caught it, and came back down on the bag. So the sacrifice bunt does work.
Now
1-3 the put out.
Braden Liker.
And the runner down at second base is Travis, and we're back to the top of the order. The center fielder, who is 1 for 2, he reached on a bunt single, and then foul ball caught on his second at bat. Swing and a foul ball off to the right side. Again, Davis giving big chase, but it'll get out of play over there for a long fly foul ball off to the right. Strike one. Travis is down at second base after being moved over there on a sacrifice bunt. He reached on an error. We have one down. And Brown takes a look back at second. To the plate, runners off and running. That's going to be a base rip up the middle. Oh, and he held, I don't know why he held him. Well, he stopped at third, and then he goes on. And, he came to a complete stop. Travis did, but it was a nice hit right up the middle on a line drive out to center field. So the small ball worked as he goes from second to home on a single by Liker, and that'll bring Lucas Baca to the plate. He's grounded out twice, once to Luck, once to Aguilar, the third base and shortstop, respectfully. Here's the pitch, or respectively and respectfully. Curveball misses outside, ball one to Baca. Liker down at first base. Let's see how big of a lead he gets here. He's out, pretty good lead. Gonna spin and throw over there. Good job by Davis because he kind of scooped that one up. The throw was a short one hopper by Brown. 1-0 the count, one out, and Baca back in. Fuentes sets up on the outside third. There's a curveball, high fly ball. It's in foul territory and out of play on the left side for strike one. 1-1 now the count. – . . . . . . – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – 1. – Goddard Rocket Baseball here on KSVPTV.com. Thanks for tuning in. Wind is starting to pick up a little bit again, kind of blowing across and in from right field. Peek over by Brown. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Hit high up in the air down the left field line. And, trying to get the play was luck. And actually, I've been saying that was luck. Might have had a change at third base. Let me see if it's still. Yeah, when luck came out a while ago, so that's my mistake. I didn't realize that number 3 had stayed in on defense. That's Peyton Pena. And he tried to catch that over his shoulder, but unable to. So it just goes down as a long foul ball strike. That's a chopper to the shortstop. He's going to have to hurry. Catches on the second hop. Throws it to first base. In time. Good play by Aguilar. That was a tough play. If he had been safe, I was going to call it an infield single, but he come and made the play. So that is out number 2. It did move the bat. It did move the runner over. So Saavedra at the plate. Here's the pitch, down and in. Good job there by the catcher to make sure that didn't get to the backstop. Fuentes kind of dove to his right and backstabbed it. So the runner, Liker, was already at second. I said he moved over, but he stayed there. No, he was at first. He moved over. Oh, and then slipping on the dirt out there on a ball was Brown. He delivered the pitch, but his foot kind of slipped and went down to one knee, but doesn't appear to be hurt in any way, shape, or form. So that was ball 2 to Saavedra. The pitch down again. Ball 3, 3-0 now to Saavedra, who walked his first time and flew out his second time. 2 down here for the Bears as Brown working with the runner down at second base in Liker. The pitch outside, ball 4. So 4 straight puts Saavedra down at first base and brings to the plate number 4, Everett Burdett. Burdett is 1 for 2. He singled to left field, and he struck out swinging his last at bat. As he steps in, the right fielder. Brown comes set, takes a look back at second, now to the plate. Curveball, that's going to be a base hit into left field. That's going to score 1 run, rounding second, but holding up. So coming in on the base hit was a run for the Bears, and now coach coming out to talk about it with his infield. Might be a change here. As also coming out to talk to the umpires, Coach Alvarado, and there is going to be a change. So we'll go ahead and take a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, I'll have the changes for you. Stay there.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details, 2nd and Sycamore, and 1309 Southeast Main.
When managing a chronic illness, access to the right treatments makes all the difference. Artesia General Hospital's Infusion Center provides IV therapy and biologic treatments, so you don't have to travel far for care. Expert infusion therapy right here in Artesia. Call 575-736-8256 today to learn more.
Buck, who was playing third base and then went out for an inning after being pinch run for, he has come in to pitch, and Brown will stay in and move over to thirds, which will take number 3 back to the dugout. And that young man was Pena. So Brown will go to third. Luck will go to pitch. And Pena will go back to the bench. Drew Watkins is coming to the plate, number 23 for the Bears. And I've zipped up even tighter with my jacket and put my hood up. But with that wind, it's chilly. It's blowing up pretty steady, pretty hard, kind of across now, not straight in at us, but kind of across from right field over to left. But I look around this field here and I see a lot of people with jackets, some of them with their hoods up, some blankets on some people. And then I see others in shorts. So I don't know. Maybe that's just all they brought was shorts. They didn't bring any long pants. Most of them, though, have at least a jacket on top or sweatshirt wearing their shorts, as I see some real Rancho fans walking in, and the probably husband and wife, and the wife is wearing a sweatshirt but shorts. Crazy. It's kind of chilly. All right, so we're back here ready to go as Luck got his warm-ups in, and Drew Watkins will step in. He's 1 for 1. He's singled and then walked and then singled, I should say. He's got runners at first and second with 2 outs. La Cueva has put 2 on the board here in this inning. Oh, and that pitch inside, wild pitch, gets by the catcher, Fuentes, and the runners will move up. So that puts 2 of them in scoring position now on the wild pitch. 1-0 the count to Watkins. On deck is Jacobson and in the hole Blomker for the Bears. As Luck looks in, comes set. And the pitch. Swing and a ground ball to the right side. Second baseman. Dewar picks it up. Tosses it over to first. Oh, it's out. But, boy, he just kind of lobbed it over there. And Davis had to stretch hard up out toward right field, but he made the play. So that's the main thing. Ground out is 4-3. And the Rockets get out of there because there were 2 more runners in scoring position. 2 had already come across. So we'll take a 1-minute time. Well, let me do this real quick. Hold on, Jeff. Did you already start it? Okay. So we're still here. My book didn't work right. I didn't finish it out on my iScore. So I'm going to do that. We'll just keep it here, Jeff. My fingers didn't work right. And again, they didn't work right. My goodness. So out, ground out to the second baseman, 4-3. That was out number 3. So the Bears get 2 hits, 2 runs scored. There was 1 Rocket error, and there were 2 Bears left on base. So as we go into the bottom of the 4th inning, it is 5-0 La Cueva over the Goddard Rockets. So the warm-up's taking place now out there on this blustery, cloudy day here in Rio Rancho. Sal Puentes Tournament, Goddard Rocket Baseball on KSVPTV.com. Thanks for tuning in. Joby Hodling here on the call for the Rockets.
Now batting.
And coming to the plate,
Brown.
number 7, Cameron Brown. He was a starting pitcher. He moved over to third base in the top half of this inning. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Second baseman roams, gets it, and throws it to first base in time for out number 1 on the ground out. 4-3. Went deep into the hole on the ground ball and is able to get there and make the throw. So Brown retired on the first pitch. And now to the plate, number 2, Errol Aguilar. He's the shortstop. He's 1 for 1. He singled up the middle. First time up. Here's the pitch from Feist. Called strike 1 on the outside edge. Saavedra, Liker, and Burdett. I keep saying Burdett out left to right. Infield, I'll give you after this 0-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball to right field, and he was playing him perfect. He was way shallow. He came in about a step and makes the play, he being Everett Burdett. So the pop fly is out number 2 quickly here in the bottom of the 4th inning,
Jaden Fuentes.
which will bring the catcher, Jaden Fuentes, to the plate. The infield, Watkins, McConkey, Jacobson, and Blomker, third to first. Baca catching and Feist pitching. 0-1. The first pitch is fouled back and out of play to the right side for strike one. Jaden's 0 for 1. He flew out his first time through. On deck is the first baseman, Donovan Davis, and in the hole, right fielder, Marcos Rodriguez for the Rockets. Pitch just off the plate, outside, ball one. 1-1. Now the count. Wind is whipping again, blowing across the field. Swing and a miss on a good curveball. And Fuentes come up empty on that one. So 1-2 now the count to Jaden. He steps back in to face Feist. Feist has thrown 51 total pitches, been very efficient. He got him to wave at it. Good curveball for strike three. So the Rockets go down in order. No hits, no runs, no errors, and nobody left on base. The score remains 5-0 as we head into the top of the fifth. We'll be back in a minute.
So your pecans aren't as big and bountiful as they used to be? Well, what would Jim Gill do?
Hi, this is Ben from Russell Seed Company. Few people knew as much about pecans as Jim Gill. And if he were here today, he'd tell you it was time to fertilize. He'd tell you just what you need and show you how to use it. Then he'd make some joke about your neighbors making fun of your nuts.
So when there's trouble with your pecans, head for Roswell Seed Company and ask them, what would Jim Gill do?
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
All right, we're back. Here's Carlsbad has shown up. They're playing in the championship game of the South Fuentes tournament. Cleveland was already up here earlier. Now Carlsbad in the house. They may have been over there taking BP. They may have been here earlier, but now they've walked in and kind of setting up in the same spot right in front of me. But they're not right in front of me. They're down on the second level. At the plate, Reed Jacobson. First pitch, he's going to see, bunts it, and it's just going to roll foul on the third base side. Pretty good bunt by the lefty. The drag bunt. So he got out of there pretty quick. But it does roll foul on the third base side. That would have been, if that had stayed fair, that would have been an infield single. Brown was coming in from third, but I don't think he could have got him. He laid that down like what you see a drag bunt. What I was going to say is like what you see in softball. All right, so here's the pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air out to right field. And fading over there is the Bears right fielder, number 15. He makes the play. Did he drop it? No, he caught it and then dropped it in the exchange. So he makes the play right over against the right field fence for out number one on the high pop fly. The wind helped the defense that time as it's blowing from that side across the field, and it held it in the field of play, and that's out number one. So Dylan Blomker steps in. Good play out there by the right fielder, Marcos Rodriguez. So he didn't give up on it, goes over there and catches it. First pitch foul down the third base line for strike one on Blomker. He's 0 for 2. He struck out both times, swinging and then looking against the pitchers of, or probably it was still Brown. I don't think he's seen Luck yet. Aiden Luck on the hill now. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball just low. Ball 1-1. So Herrera, Wakefield, and Rodriguez left to right. Brown, Aguilar, Dewar, and Davis third to first with Fuentes catching. The pitcher, Luck. Another curveball that too far outside. So the count goes to 2-1. The number 7 hitter, first baseman Dylan Blomker at the plate. Jack Travis, the DH, in the hole or on deck, and Brady McConkey, the shortstop in the hole. The pitch back hits the front of the overhang and falls back in the field. I saw people jump that weren't looking. Strike two, 2-2 now the count. You probably heard that big bang. Here's the 2-2. Curveball got him inside on his hands. He fouls it off, though. Fought it off down the third base side. Bounces off the fence, and the third baseman, Brown, will pick it up and then toss it to the third base coach, the head coach for La Cueva. So back to the 2-2s. Everybody resets. Luck from the windup. Here's the pitch. That's a rip out into left field, and coming on and making the play was Herrera. Didn't know for a second. I think it fooled him a little. Maybe had some topspin on it because he started going to his left and then broke towards the ball and made the play for out number 2 on the line drive out to left field. Good play out there by Herrera. 2 down at the plate, Jack Travis. He is 0 for 2. He reached both times, though, on errors. Here's the pitch. Curveball popped him up out to center field. Shallow center, Wakefield having to make a run, and he does. Good play. He tracked it all the way. Catches it on the run, so getting out of that inning relatively fast and unscathed were the Goddard Rockets, which will get them to their half of the 5th inning, the bottom half. Down 5-0 are the Rockets. So try to get some runs back right here in the bottom of the 5th when we come back in 1 minute.
Viernes 25 de abril, Garden Center de Roswell, Nuevo México. Trae para ti la agrupación más solicitada por la raza. Secreto, Grupo Secreto.
Este amor secreto que quema fuego lento. Solo quiero que muevas la cintura. Solo quiero que muevas la cabeza.
Con ellos, el origen norteño. El origen norteño.
Sinceramente yo te juro que te amo. Cierro los ojos solamente.
Los consentidos del norte de Ciudad Juárez. Los consentidos del norte.
Saludazo para toda la gente de Chihuahua.
Las citas el viernes 25 de abril. Preventa especial limitada, solo $40. Puertas abren desde las 8 de la noche. Compra tus boletos de preventa en Encanto del Center, el Churro Bar, La Cospita y en Artesia, Paletería Brenducci. Evento para todas las edades.
All right, we're back here at the ballpark in Rio Rancho, South Puentes, 3rd place game, the weekend turning. As the Goddard Rockets right now down 5-0 to the La Cueva Bears, Class 5A power and defending state champs. Here's a wind in the pitch from Feist, right down the middle, called strike 1. He's been pretty efficient. He's thrown 53 total pitches after that pitch through 4 innings and 1 pitch. Strike 2 called, another fastball, caught the outside corner. So 0-2 quickly to Donovan Davis, who is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his first time through. Batting in the 7 hole, Rodriguez on deck. And the pitch outside, ball 1. And I think Luck will be batting in the 9 hole. I've got Pena there because he came in for an inning, but I believe it'll be Luck. Here's the pitch. Swing, and he fouled it straight back. He just missed that fastball. You see him going straight back like that on a rope usually means it just missed it. So the count 1-2 on Davis after that foul ball. Stayed that way. Here's the pitch, and he got him to chase. Good curveball that broke down and away from the batter. He tried to check a swing, but he went too far. So strikeout swinging is out. Number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and that'll bring Marcos Rodriguez to the plate. Number 11, the right fielder for the Goddard Rockets. First pitch, Curveball called, strike one. Working pretty quickly is Feist. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the right side, now to play for a quick 0-2 count. On deck is Luck. In the hole, the top of the order, Porter Wakefield as Goddard wants to string some runs together here, down 5-0 in 5 in the bottom of the fifth. Curveball just misses off the plate. Ball one, so 1-2 now to Rodriguez. Again, Luke Feist, the pitcher, working quickly. Here's the wind in the 1-2 right down the middle, and it's hit back up the middle. That'll be, and he comes in and makes the play. Good play out there by Liker, as I thought that might have enough spin on it to fall in front of him, but he comes pretty hard and towards right field and makes the play for out number 2.
Now batting, Aiden Luck.
Which will bring Aiden Luck to the plate, batting in the 9 hole. First pitch, a little bit high, ball one. Aiden walked his first time through, so he's 0 for 0, and they'll look at ball 2 on a fastball that missed away. So 2-0 now to Luck with 2 outs, and Rockets looking for a 2-out rally. Top of the order on deck. Porter Wakefield and Dewar in the hole. Here's the pitch, swing and a foul ball off to the right side. Out of play. So the count goes to 2-1. Here's the 2-1 from Feist. Runs it in on him. Ball 3 as Luck backed out of it. Heard some oohs from the crowd. Fastball that was kind of chin music. Here's the pitch. Swing. It's a ground ball. Third base picks it up on the second hop. Fires it over in time. 5-3. Watkins to Blomker. And that is out number 3. So the Rockets go down in order. No hits, no runs, no errors by the Bears, and nobody left on base. Top of the 6th coming back at you. 5-0 La Cueva. And the bottom of the order, Brady McConkey will be coming to the plate. Then the top of the order, Braden Liker and Lucas Baca will be back.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started.
All right, welcome back here to KSVPTV.com as we head into the top of the 6th inning here at the Sal Puentes tournament in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. The Goddard Rockets, the home team against the La Cueva Bears in the 3rd place game. And the number 9 hitter in the lineup for the Bears steps in, Brady McConkey. He is 0 for 0. He's put down 2 sacrifice bunts, but he's leading off here. Let's see if he tries to bunt on or if he's going to swing away. He's swinging away. And he ripped it up the middle on the first pitch from Luck for a leadoff single. So runner down at first base is McConkey, and that'll bring Braden Liker to the plate. He's 2 for 3. He had a bunt single, and then a foul ball caught, and then a single. So a line drive single out to center field. So he is 2 for 3. Luck looking and throws over to first base from the set position. Back in there safely was McConkey. So Aiden again from the stretch comes set. Pretty big lead. Well, he's out about 12-foot line. Here's the pitch. Called strike 1. Out the outside edge from Luck. Looked like a breaking ball with something off of it. Or it could have been a straight change. Didn't move much. There's a swing and a miss. I think that was a heater. Right, a little up in the zone, and Liker took a huge cut at it, come up empty. So 2-0 quickly to the leadoff batter. Luck from the stretch. Still looking nice, says yes. Comes set. And to the plate. Just missed high. Ball 1. Good place to miss. Fuentes had showed his glove up high. He put it where he wanted it, but just a little bit outside the strike zone. Not much, though. I don't know how he laid off of it. Good job by the batter, Liker. 1-2 the count, and now Luck will step off. Everybody resets. Says yes, he'll come set after looking over to first. Peek over, now to the plate. Runner's off and running. Pop fly is going to get back and out of play. It's probably going to hit pretty hard. Oh, it got over us. So that was a hit and run. McConkey was off and going on the pitch. And Liker took a big cut at it. Fouled it straight back. It might have been a strike, so it was close to being, looked like it was a little up, but maybe it wasn't a hit and run. Maybe he's just protecting the plate. In any case, everybody resets. The count remains 1-2, and Luck comes set to the plate, a little bit low and outside, ball 2. 2-2 now the count. As Luck from the stretch, taking a look into his catcher Fuentes, takes a peek. Now he throws it over, not in time. The Goddard defense sets up like this: Herrera, Wakefield, Rodriguez left to right, Brown, Aguilar, Dewar, and Davis third to first, with Fuentes catching Luck. Luck 2-2 count, throws it in there, and it's fouled hard to the left side for a foul ball strike, and the count remains 2-2. If you're just joining us, we're here in the top of the 6th inning. La Cueva leading the Rockets 5-0 with a runner at first and nobody out. Aiden Luck takes a look over to first. Now he comes set. Fuentes, the catcher, set up kind of on the right side. It's a foul ball over to the right side, and that will fall right against the fence. Davis was trying to get to it. Good effort, but it does fall. So the count remains 2-2. Wind almost blowing straight in from right. Still got a little bit of an angle towards left, but blowing pretty good here at the old Rio Rancho ballpark. Swing and another foul ball off to the right side. Again, Donovan's going to get a big chase over there, but this one's out of play. So he's getting his workout, just running over that way. Done it about 10 times this ball game. I don't remember if it was last year or year before last. It was bitter cold up here. The wind was blowing about like it is now, but it was probably with a minus, the wind chill was probably about 12 degrees. So it's not that cold. Here's the pitch, and that hits him. So hit by pitch on the 2-2, puts runners at first and second. And Lucas Baca coming to the plate. He has grounded out 3 times, all to the left side. Twice to Aguilar and once to Brown. Well, it could have been Luck. Let's see, it was his second at bat, so not sure who was playing third base that time, but I think it may have probably been Luck still in there at third base. All right, so nobody out. Runners at first and second for the Bears as Luck comes set. Baca at the plate will look at called strike 1 on a fastball that painted the outside corner. Baca was taking a long look down to his coach. Now Luck will come set, look back at second and to the plate. Right down the middle. Shallow fly ball, and the second baseman will make the play. Over on his side of second base, Brady Dewar called the shortstop off on the pop fly. And that's out number 1. So induced a pop fly up, did Luck. And that'll bring the left-handed batter, number 17, Damon Saavedra, He's 0 for 1. He's walked twice and flew out between those, sandwiched by walks. Lefty steps in to face Luck. And Luck steps off. But now he's back on, ready to go. And he steps off again. He wants to talk to his catcher. So Fuentes is going to come out. So a little bit of confusion there. And it may be because they're putting on different signs with that runner down at second base. They don't want him to communicate to his batter what's coming. You don't just put a – Lee said this the other day. I don't remember if it was last weekend or Tuesday. Lee Johnson was on the call with me, and he said, you don't just want to put a one down and tell them it's a fastball when you got a runner at second. So I'm sure they're running through some stuff. Here's the pitch. Strike called on the outside edge. Strike 1 to Saavedra. So where I was going with that is Luck wanted to make sure, as he said, time. He called, stepped off the mound twice, and the second time he called time. An infield poke, and it gets him at second. But then the throw, it's going to be errant from the shortstop, and going around second to third is Saavedra. So a fielder's choice gets one out on the force out at second base. But then the throw over is an error. And one run comes across the plate. I'm still trying to figure it out on my book here. Here's the first pitch to the next batter. It gets by the catcher on the wild pitch and coming in to score. It's going to be close. He got him. Got him out for the third out. So the catcher, Fuentes, just had it skip away from him. He got back to it quickly. Luck came in, and they got him at home plate. So 3 outs. We'll be back in 1 minute. I'm going to figure this out on my iScore. I'll tell you what all happened after this.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's biggest selection of Kubota equipment and get 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact tractors.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
All right, we're back here, and I'm going to tell you what happened. So we had the one run was scored off of one hit and one error on the Rockets, and there was nobody left on the base path. So there was runners at first and second, and there was a hit up the middle. The second baseman for the Rockets, Dewar, kind of shoved it to the shortstop for the force out at second base. To the shortstop for the Aguilar, and then his throw over. It looked like he tried to stop his throw because he threw it straight in the ground. It bounced, and it went to the fence over there. So the runner from third is strike 1 is called on the batter, Porter Wakefield, on a good curveball by Feist. Anyway, the runner from second rounds goes home on that throwing error. There's ball 1 outside and bounced back to the plate, or to the fence on Wakefield, 1-1 to him. And so the runner, the batter that had hit that into the fielder's choice round second, goes to third. So 1 run scores. There's a drive to right field. Right fielder Burdette will back up and make the play for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. So that left the next batter coming up with the runner at third base and 2 outs. And the first pitch from Luck was into the turf, and it kind of went off of the either his foot or something, or maybe his glove of Fuentes, and it kind of went back to his left, and the runner from third base come home on the wild pitch, but Fuentes got to it fast, turned, and threw it to Luck, and he tagged him out for the third out. So there was that error that did get a run across, but then they get the guy on the next pitch. All right, so that ball running in, called strike one on Dewar. He is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flown out, has Brady. As he steps back in with an 0-1 count and the pitch. He check swinged it, slow roller, third baseman. Oh, and everybody missed it. I'm not sure what to call that. Third baseman cut in front of the shortstop, and I don't think he touched it, but then it rolled through and it had blocked. I'm going to call it a infield single because it kind of blocked the view of the shortstop. He didn't see it clearly, and it went off his glove. There's a drive out to center field, shallow, and a kayak catch. And then he's going to get him doubled. Oh, he didn't double him up. The first baseman missed the tag. So Herrera is out on the first pitch he saw on a flyout. Great play out there in shallow right center field by the center fielder. And then he come up throwing, and getting back safely was Dewar. Barely, but he got back. I thought they were going to get him, but the throw was toward the second baseline, so he couldn't stand. He had to go get it, and then he swung backwards to try to tag, and Dewar slid under it. Here's the pitch, high and tight on a curveball that didn't break enough to Brown. Ball one. Cameron's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. 2 down. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning. 6-0 La Cueva. Here's the pitch. Curveball breaks over the middle. Called. Strike one. 1-1 now the count to Brown. On deck is Aguilar and in the hole Fuentes for the Rockets. Not a big lead over there for Dewar. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's a line drive out to right field. The right fielder will go to his left and make the play for out number 3. So the Goddard Rockets get a hit, but no runs. There were no errors, and there was one runner left on base as we go into the top of the 7th with the La Cueva Bears coming to bat. They lead 6-0. It'll be Burdette, Watkins, and Jacobson for the Bears. We'll be back.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's biggest selection of Kubota equipment and get 0% APR for 84 months and up to $2,500 off select Kubota tractors.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Did you know that God values relationships? At Faith Baptist Church, we exist to begin, build, and broaden a relationship with God and with others. We want a relationship with God through faith in His Son, Jesus Christ, as our Savior. And we also want a relationship with others in a healthy biblical community. Come join us as we strive together to go from where we are to where God wants us to be. 10:30 on Sunday mornings and 6:15 on Wednesday evenings. All right, we're back here, and I'm trying to figure out, we've got a change on the bump. As coming in from center field is Porter Wakefield. He'll be pitching, and I've been trying to see who the center fielder is out there, and he just hasn't turned his back to me. Out in right field is actually, so it's a couple of changes, is out in right field is, well, I'm not sure who that is in right field because
It looked like 15. It's 12 out in center field, so let me do that. He just turned where I could see well. Little center fielder for the Rockets is Nathan Herrera. And I think the infield is all the same. It looked like it was a different player out in right field, but I can't see his number, so I'm going to leave it at that. Maybe it still is Rodriguez out there. All right, so the new pitcher, Porter Wakefield. First pitch, nice curveball called, strike one to Burdett, number 4. He is 2 for 3, singled, struck out swinging, and singled as Burdett. Here's the pitch. Caught the outside corner with a fastball. Called strike one. Thank you. All right, so here is the 0-2. Low and away, ball 1. 2-1 now the count. As Wakefield comes from the stretch to the set position. And the pitch. Curveball high, didn't break enough. Ball 2. 2-2 now over the head of Burdett. On deck is Watkins, and in the hole, Jacobson. Wakefield set and to the plate. Curveball, pop fly to the right side. Coming in as the right fielder, and he will get there and make the play for out number 1. It is number 15 out there, not number 11. And for some reason, I'm not seeing number 15 on my roster. Let me look here. Sometimes my eyes deceive me. At the plate is for the Bears. Looking at ball 1 is Drew Watkins. He is 1 for 2 with a walk, a single, and that pitch way outside, ball 2 to Watkins. I'm trying to find my lineup card for the Rockets so I can see who number 15 is. That pitch high, ball 3. Maybe it's 13 out there. It looked plain as day as number 15. Here's the 3-0. A little bit too high. It was down the middle, but called high for ball 4. So Jacobson will walk. 1 out walk, and that'll bring number 2, Reed. I'm sorry, that was Watkins that walks, since that'll bring Reed Jacobson to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He had a sacrifice fly, a walk, and then a fly out. Sacrifice fly got a run across, so he's got an RBI. Steps in on the left side. Wakefield from the stretch takes a peek to first. Now the plate, runner's off and running. Called strike 1. The throw down gets by the shortstop, but bounces kind of straight up. Second baseman will pick it up. So strike 1 at the plate, and safe on the steal is Watkins. So I don't have a 15 on my roster or on the roster that the coaching staff gave me, so it must not be 15. It looked like 15 out in right field. Here's the pitch. Curveball, just missed high. Good pitch, but called high to the batter, Jacobson. So 1-1 the count. And now Fuentes going to go out and talk to him. And now he breaks up and comes back to the plate. We're in the top of the 7th, 6-0. Runner in scoring position is Watkins for the Bears. They lead 6-0. Wakefield comes set, looks back at second base. Now to the plate. Swing, and that's going to be a seeing eye single through the 6 hole. Coming around to score is Watkins, and he's going to go into second base. It was rolling slow enough, and he never slowed up. The throw in took a minute, and so he's safe at second. We'll call it a double.
Next up to bat, number 10, Dylan Blomker.
That'll bring Dylan Blomker to the plate. 7-0 now with one out here in the top of the 7th. For the La Cueva Bears, and Jacobson now standing down at second base. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1 on the curveball. Just missed away. Wakefield again from the stretch, comes set. Fuentes sets up on the inside third. Here's the pitch. Runners off and going. Called strike. They got him down it. They got him. Oh, he said he got under the tag. Good play, but just a little high. I guess he got him on the hip is where he tagged him, and he said he got under the throw. So strike at the plate, but Jacobson steals third base. So now 90 feet away with one out. A fly ball could get him in. A pass ball could get him in. A ground ball that gets through could get him in. And actually, a ground ball could probably get him in because that deep fly ball to center field, he'll tag and come as Herrera catches the ball for out number 2, but that'll score another run on the sacrifice fly for the Bears.
Next hitting for the Bears, number 12.
So coming in to pinch hit for Jack Travis will be number 12, Quinn Griffith. He'll be batting for the first time in today's game. Bears have now scored 2 here in the top of the 7th to take an 8-0 lead. Wakefield to the plate. A little bit high and a little outside, ball 1. Fuentes wants to talk to him, so he walks out to his pitcher. They meet about halfway, about a third away from the mound. Now he's coming back to the plate. So Griffith will step back in, the pinch hitter. And the umpire says go. 1-0 the count. Porter Wakefield comes set to the plate. Curveball misses high. 2-0 now to the batter. Again, Wakefield comes set. Fuentes sits up in the middle. The pitch, low and away, ball 3. Wakefield set to the plate, misses down and away, ball 4 on 4 straight. Puts Griffith down at first base, and that'll bring to the plate number 5, Brady McConkey. He's 1 for 1. He had 2 sacrifice bunts his first 2 at-bats, and then he singled right up the middle on the first pitch his last at-bat. Big lead over there at first base for Griffith. Here's the pitch, high, ball 5, really. Ball 1 to the batter, but 5 straight here for Wakefield. He's struggling a little bit, and these pitches really haven't been close, so he's going to want to bear down here and get one across the plate. Here's the pitch, and it's way outside. Ball 2 and ball 6 in a row. 2 down. They got a force at second. They got, of course, the play at first. Do the Rockets. There's a good pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 2-1 now. The count, and Wakefield needed that. Good pitch. 2-1 the count. Big lead over there for Griffith. He's kind of a big guy. He's getting way out there, but thinking they're not going to mess with him, just trying to get this out. That pitch missed away. Ball 3, 3-1. As it was probably, it was a foot over on the outside. So Wakefield back in the stretch. He'll come set. And the pitch. Right down the middle, fouled off to the right side, and out of play for strike two. So a full count now to the batter. McConkey. Griffith can be off and running with two down over at first base. Wakefield took a look over, now comes set to the plate, swung on, it's right center, and that's going to be in there. An extra base hit as he's going to round first and go to second base, does McConkey. And coming home from third, sliding in safely, didn't need to because there was no throw, was Griffith. So a double out to right center field. Didn't make it to the fence, but it was got between them and deep enough. They had to go get it out there. And he was off and running, so he goes all the way from first to home. And McConkey with a double. So we're to the top of the order, and we're going to have a pinch hitter here, number 24. Javier Galdaracina. First pitch he sees, swinging and a miss, strike one. So Galdaracina pinch hitting here for Liker at the top of the order. Wakefield says yes, comes set. Now he steps off. Kind of a wind swirling around, dust flying up around him out there on the mound. Kind of a little whirlwind come through. All right, he's back set. And the pitch. Outside. Ball one to Javier Goldaracina. Goldaracena. Goldaracina. Maybe I'm saying that right. Took me a minute. All right, Wakefield. Look back at second. Now another look. Now to the plate. Swing and a miss on a good fastball on the outside edge. Come up empty, did Goldaracina. La Cueva now leads 9-0. 3 runs here in the top of the 7th. Goddard still has their chance in the bottom half to get those 9 runs back and one to win the ball game. Down for ball 2, just below the knees. Called ball 2. So 2-0. 2-2 now the count. Wakefield looks back at second. Now a second look. Now to the plate. Swing and a miss. He got him. Swinging. 4 strike 3. And out number 3. But again, the damage is done. They get 2 hits and 3 runs. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. As we go into the bottom and final half inning, if Goddard can't score at least 9, 9-0, we'll take a 1-minute timeout.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
Welcome back here to the ballpark as we have a new pitcher for the Bears going into the bottom of the 7th inning. It's lefty, number 16, Stephen Hathaway. I was looking around the field. I don't think any of those pinch hitters came in to play defense, because it looks like as I've been trying to catch numbers as they turn where I could see them. Everybody is the same out there in the field. So the defense, Saavedra in left, Liker in center, and Burdette in right. Watkins, McConkey, Jacobson, and Blomker third to first, with Baca catching. So the only change, I believe, is number 16, Stephen Hathaway, comes in. At the pitcher position. All right, so coming to the plate is number 2, Errol Aguilar, the shortstop. He is 1 for 2 with a single up the middle and a fly out to Burdette in right. As he looks to get this inning started off with a base runner, base hit or a walk or a double, triple home run. Any of those would work. Just want to get on because we're down 9-0 are the Rockets here in the third place game in the Sal Puentes tournament. First pitch, a little bit high, ball 1. Out the way from the windup. Here's the pitch, right down the middle. Called strike 1, 1-1 now. The count. Hathaway again working from the windup. Here's the pitch. Swing. It's a fly ball down the right field line. Does that stay fair? It does. Oh, just foul. Man. I thought it hit the line, but the first base umpire down the line down there had a better view of it than me. He said foul ball immediately, threw his hands up. So it is a foul ball. Strike. 1-2 now the count to Aguilar. As Hathaway goes back to work, the lefty. That's a foul ball down the right side again. Foul. Said that twice. Foul ball, foul. That's another strike. It just is a foul ball strike. It was already 1-2, so the count remains 1-2. So some of the people that I saw shorts and T-shirts are now starting to bundle up a little bit. That foul straight back for a third foul ball in a row. I've seen a photographer for La Cueva working around and wearing shorts and a long sleeve top, but it shirt, but not a sweatshirt. But now pants and a jacket. And there's another foul ball. So staying alive is Aguilar. And I've seen many other people as I watch between innings getting warmed up here, putting on some warmer clothes. And it says it's 64 degrees outside, but with that wind, it feels cooler. When you're just sitting, which I am, it feels kind of cold. Here's the 1-2. He fights it off. It's a little blooper in the infield. The pitcher's going to make a glove play. Picks it up with his glove and tosses it with his glove to first base. That's a pretty good play by Hathaway. He hadn't been playing, the left-hander, and he comes in and induces a ground ball that he picks up with his glove and tosses to first base out of his glove for out number 1. So the Rockets down to their final 2 outs as number 14, the catcher Jaden Fuentes, steps in to face lefty. Looks at ball 1. A ball came in from somewhere. I don't know where, but nobody saw it because it was behind. I mean, the defense probably saw it, but it was behind the catcher, batter, and umpire. High for ball 2. Hathaway let one get away from him there. 2-0 the count. Fuentes is 0 for 2. He's flown out and struck out. So he's due, and he wants to get the Rockets going here to get a 1-out rally going as they've got to score 9 runs to keep this game going. Just a little bit high. It was across the middle, but 3-0 now to Fuentes. Good eye for Jaden. On deck is Donovan Davis. Well, I'm not sure if it's him down there or not. And that pitch is called. Oh, Fuentes had already tossed his bat and was going down the line. And he said that curveball got the strike zone. So 3-1 now. And it is a new batter over there in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Full count now to Fuentes. I think it's number 9. Oh, well, shoot. I can't tell. As he moved, his shirt would change kind of positions in front of his jersey. Here's the pitch, high and away, and that is ball 4. So Davis will hustle down. It's number 9 coming into bat. Fuentes will hustle down. So Cody Seeley will come to the plate. Pinch hitter for the Goddard Rockets. Seeley will face Hathaway. He steps in the right side. Not a big lead over there for Fuentes. That pitch outside, ball 1. 1 down and 9-0 in favor of La Cueva for the defending state champs in 5A. Here's the pitch. Strike called. Good fastball on the outer third. Close to the middle, but a little bit faded over to the outside. 1-1 now the count. And the pitch. Run in on him. Good curveball. Big swing by Seeley. Comes up empty, and a good job by Baca behind the plate to scoot to his left. Make sure it didn't get back to the net. Hathaway says yes to the pitch. Baca sets up right in the middle. Here's the pitch. Curveball that he fights off. It's down the line. It's fair. Third baseman picks it up and throws it over in time for out. Number 2. Good play there by Watkins at third. As that ball got in tight on Seeley, he fought it off, and down the line it goes. Not real hard, so coming in hard was the third baseman, and he makes the play. 5-3 the putout. It does advance the runner over to second base. And Rodriguez will come to the plate. To face Hathaway. He's 0 for 2, and he takes a big cut. Foul ball went back to the net. Strike 1. Fuentes now stands down at second base, but Goddard down to their final out here with a 9-0 deficit in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hathaway looks at second and now to the plate. Swing and a miss. Got him on a curveball. Back-to-back curves that he fouled the first one off. That one he couldn't come up with anything. So 0-2 now to Marcos Rodriguez as he steps back in to fight this off, try to get a ground ball or a fly ball somewhere for a hit. Hathaway to the plate. Swung on. He hits it a ton to the left field. Well, stay fair. It goes off the bottom of the fence. Fair ball, and he'll coast into second base with a double. Hit right at the base of the fence for Rodriguez. And so he ends up at, well, actually, that was number 15. So I'm not sure who just hit that ball because I do not have 15 on my roster. And it's not on the roster he gave us either. But that's a 2-out double for number 15. One hops into the fence out in left field. So at the plate is not Luck. So pinch hitting, and I didn't get his number. Let's see who it is after this pitch. Outside. Ball 1, and it's number 17. That's Abraham Vandenberg again. 1-1 the count. Hathaway, long look back to second, now to the plate. Swung on to the third baseman. This could be it. He bounces it over, gets by the first baseman. So they're going to come home and score, and going in, he slides. He didn't need to. The second baseman deked him because he probably could have made it all the way to third. But sliding in there. So let's see here. So the error on the throw on the third baseman, dadgummit. gets run home from second and going into second base on the same error. And now at the plate is number 16. That's Donovan Davis. So no, you know what? It's Porter Wakefield. It looked like just a 6, but Wakefield's at the plate. He's now pitching for the Rockets. He's got a runner in scoring position, down 9-2 with 2 outs. The 2-out rally going. Big swing, comes up empty on the sweeping curveball. So 0-1 the count to Wakefield. He's 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch between grounding out and flying out on his first and third at bats. All right, Hathaway, the lefty, comes set. And to the plate. Outside. Ball 1. So the scoreboard showing 1-2. Maybe I missed a strike. So the count 1-2 with 2 outs on Wakefield. I only had 1-1 on my book, but I'll go with the official. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Pop fly in the infield. Second baseman calls everybody off, and that will end the ball game as the Rockets started a 2-out rally, but unable to get any more than 2. So the final score here at the ballpark is the Goddard Rockets end up with 2 and La Cueva with 9. La Cueva got 8 hits, those 9 runs. There was 1 error that they had, and they leave 7 stranded. Goddard didn't get any runs until the bottom of the 7th. They got 2 off of 3 hits, and there were 3 errors on the Rockets, and they leave 5 stranded. So the final score, 9-2 in the third place game. Goddard comes up here and gets 4th place in the Sal Puentes tournament. The La Cueva Bears get 3rd. And Carlsbad now coming onto the field, as well as Cleveland, and that will be the championship game. But we're going to go ahead and sign off here on Goddard Rocket Baseball on KSVPTV.com. Joby Hodling thanking Jeffrey back in the studio, and we'll see you next week as baseball continues. Final score, 9-2, La Cueva over the Rockets. Have a great weekend.
Viernes 25 de abril, Canto del Center de Roswell, Nuevo México. Trae para ti la agrupación más solicitada por la raza. Secreto, Grupo Secreto.
Este amor secreto que quema fuego lento. Solo quiero que muevas la cintura. Solo quiero que muevas la cara.
Con ellos, el origen norteño. El origen norteño.
Sinceramente yo te juro que te amo. Cierro los ojos solamente.
Los consentidos del norte de Ciudad Juárez. Los consentidos del norte.
Un saludazo para toda la gente de Chihuahua.
La cita es el viernes 25 de abril. Preventa especial limitada, solo $40. Puertas abren desde las 8 de la noche. Compra tus boletos de preventa en Encanto del Center, El Churro Bar, La Cospita y Energía, Paletería Brenducci. Evento para todas las edades.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's biggest selection of Kubota equipment and get 0%